As Joe unzipped his pants, the boat's bow suddenly hit him hard on the back. He was about to fall, but he quickly grabbed the railing. If he hadn't grabbed it in time, he would have fallen straight into the deep water as the boat was moving at a high speed. The slightest mistake could have cost him his life. He swung his body with all his might. After several attempts, he finally managed to land his feet on the deck. After regaining his composure, he slowly crawled inside the railing. This time, instead of taking the risk, he went into the inner washroom, but the back door closed automatically. He didn't notice. After finishing, he turned the handle, but the door was locked. No matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't open. Now he realized something was wrong. He bent down and tried to put his hand through a crack, but the space was so small that even his fingers couldn't reach properly. His panic began to rise. He quickly opened the bathroom's mirror cabinet. Inside, he found a pair of scissors. He tried to unscrew the screws with scissors, but they wouldn't budge. Then he opened the small ventilation window at the top and tried to climb out, but there was too little space. Just then, the boat began to spin on its own, as if someone was steering it, even though no one else was in the boat. Joe reached out the window and pulled a rope in. He tied one end and let the other out into the ocean, hoping the rope would get caught in the propeller and slow the boat down. But the opposite happened. The rope spun so fast that it wrapped around Joe's neck. He managed to remove the rope from the hook on the wall before suffocating, but after so much suffocation, he fell unconscious. When he regained consciousness, the bathroom was flooding. The entire floor was submerged. If he didn't act quickly, the water would drown him there. Just then, the sound of a large ship came from outside. A massive ship was approaching his boat. Joe immediately took off his shirt and waved out the window, calling for help, but the noise of the engine obscured his voice. He didn't give up, and he kept pumping out as much water as he could, but the water was rising too fast. Suddenly, the boat seemed to be under some invisible control. It changed course and headed straight for a storm. The strong wind, heavy rain, and thunder terrified him. He tried to get into the control room, but to no avail. The water kept rising, and he sat exhausted, leaning against the bathroom wall. By the time the storm subsided, his body had become stiff in the cold water. After several hours, he tried to move his arms and legs. He was very weak, but he didn't give up. He kept kicking the door again and again. Finally, with a mighty blow, the lock loosened and the door opened. He climbed out, feeling free. Reaching the deck, he found an airbag. He used the broken door plank as wood, tied it with rope, and made a makeshift raft. He was about to leave when he stopped. He thought he could make a good deal of money by selling this expensive yacht. With that thought in mind, he set to work. He assembled a generator, removed the battery, built a pump, drained all the water from the boat, and filled the holes in the ship's walls with glue. The next morning, he was shocked again. The boat began to rock on its own, and when he tried to open the door, it locked again. This time, he didn't panic. He just smiled lightly, realizing that the boat thought like humans. He went to the bathroom and saw a tunnel-like space hidden in the wall. Excited, he entered the tunnel. He had barely gone a short distance when a thick glass window blocked his path. Then the back gate closed automatically. Now he was trapped on both sides. Oxygen levels began to decline, and he fainted again. When he regained consciousness, the boat had stopped, and the door had opened automatically. He was astonished. The sight he saw upon exiting stunned him. The boat had brought him straight to his village, but there was no one in the village. No people, no houses, just crumbling ruins. He looked back. The mysterious yacht that had brought him here had now disappeared.